Good afternoon from the Republic of South Africa. It is Saturday, the 28th of April, 2018. The time is 15 hours p.m. South African time. And to some lands, it's 3 p.m. So either way, 3 p.m. or 15 hours, as long as you're going to state whether it's a.m. or p.m. Good afternoon again from South Africa to all. We are currently live streaming from SA, and this is Lawrence Butana Maluleke, the TBC elected country leader from the same country. I did not share with you this morning, as I've promised. It was supposed to be 10 a.m. But things were so held up. But thanks for all of you showing up. I've been going through some developments, also some articles in the blog. As you know that I cannot live without that. That's my daily schedule, visiting the blog, seeing what others are saying, and with different views, of course. And also expecting many to join these live streams because we need more of you from around the globe, of course. Interesting articles, YouTube replay videos. I was also listening to Dan Lutz and another TBCian from, if I'm not mistaken, Spain. Yeah, Ben, gotten the surname. And I went through quite a few of the live stream replays. Yes, it's quite interesting to hear that most of our communities, they have different understanding, but leading to the same mission. It's pretty cool. And encouraging articles, good articles from the admin. We also picked up another interesting article from around the world. What is currently taking place between two Koreas, North and South. After the summit they had, we hope that from the northern part, they will honor what has been agreed upon from the current signed summit. That is the only way to bring about peace in that peninsula. So, like I said, there's quite a number of articles posted from the admin, and those articles will also benefit each and every one of us. And also thank admin for the new logo that was posted. I saw privately on the Facebook. Many, they've already edited their profiles, backed up by our new logo. It's beautiful. Yes, it really shows unity, but I haven't updated mine as yet, but I would love to soon, not long. And thanks again. Let me see. Hachi from KZN province, South Africa. And thanks, Tobega from KZN, also South Africa. And thanks, Kerileng Mudisani from Johannesburg, Gauteng province, South Africa. Well, thank you all, guys. I would love to keep this live stream broadcast brief. But if it happens that I go beyond that, then I will add another half an hour to make it an hour. Should it happen that we go beyond the given time, okay? But I always try to keep them 35, 45 minutes, yeah. So, there's much that I would like us to share with some motivational topics, not under general, but I'll try to be as direct as I can. Okay, and then I also expect your contributions since you are currently viewing this broadcast. And if there's any question, I'm looking forward to see your questions, and if I'm in a position to respond accordingly, I'll definitely do so. But if I'm not in a position to do that, I will refer you somewhere to the source where we normally retrieve our inputs. Okay. Yes, we all understand that we are of different genders and behaviors, also understand differently within this community. We have all kinds of people, and our way of thinking is also different. Now the question is, are we all on the same mission or not? So we're gonna find out in this brief sharing. I remember some time back, just before I quit my job 20 years ago, because I was 32 by then, and a few days ago I've turned 53. So, but before then, I used to visit my grandfather in the East Rand, the east part of Johannesburg, yeah. So I had some questions about what was going on during that time, why life is so unfair, why life is so difficult almost in everyone. Why? What's going on? So, and how did he manage to overcome that? And I remember what the old man told me was that in order for one to survive under these world conditions is to try until one fails, but never fail to try. So those were his words. But by then, I could not grasp exactly what he was saying, but he just told me that. By the way, he is one of the wealthiest men in this country. He has just turned 90. Yeah, I went to see him a couple of days ago. So we discussed it up until I understand. But of course, all that process required action. Action from who? From myself, since I was the one who asked that question. Then, yes, we went through many things under the sun during our struggles, striving for one goal, for the sake of what? Affordability. And affordability requires what? Money. So we are engaged in multiple activities because of affordability and money, because you cannot afford without money. But now the question is, have we set up an objective in order to reach out, or we just want things to happen, or are we expecting miracles to happen? That's another question. Yes, of course, along the way, we do get corrected, directed, and through our humbleness, of course, we will reach out. But without it, it's going to be a struggle, you know. So I went through what I went through. Then the final decision that I've made was that I'm quitting my job. That was after I met my grandfather, because I wanted to put some practice, and I didn't expect someone to come and do that practice for me, but I had to do it myself. To this day, yes, of course, I came across a lot up until I met all of you guys in the Billion Coin. But the things that are currently going on, the challenges and so on within TBC community, they do not impact me because I was already prepared for anything, since I'm from other networks and online businesses. So if some of us did not go through some struggles, especially in my country, of course, only 35% of this nation has gone through a lot, honestly and fairly. I'm not talking about the other honesty or fair businesses. I'm talking about the straight things. It is not easy for this first group to fall, but they will forever humble themselves and move on until they reach their destiny. As we can see, a certain number within this community. It's currently reaching out. Yes, others cannot see because they are still blinded by the scarcity mind, fear, and they are still waiting for someone to give them permission. And of course, permission from who? From their masters, which is the elite. Though they can, they are not doing it direct, but indirect, because while we are still growing this community, there will be those questions that, what about the banks? What about the government? What about the revenue taxes and things like that? And, you know, those questions. So many are still trapped in that scarcity mind. Okay. So now, that's what I've learned to this day. And here am I with you, sharing. But at the same time, there are those who would love to duplicate what I'm currently doing. And some, yes, they did partner with me. They're still interested to do more with me. But I usually say to them, in order for you to achieve some things while working with me as partners in the Billion Coin, it's to do what I did or to do what I've done. That is the only way. But if you partner with me and on the other hand, you have a different agenda, of course, you ain't gonna see anything, because our way of doing things, it's not a one night, how can I put it? It's not a one night thing, or you cannot do that overnight. It has to be an ongoing process in order for you to understand that when I give a testimony about the things that have been achieved so far within the Billion Coin, and I even mentioned that the Billion Coin has created millionaires since from 2016 to date. And currently the Billion Coin is creating billionaires. Then some privately, they do ask me, how is it possible? Because currently there are no sales are down, but only few who are currently doing what I've directed them to do. And they see a difference and they're happy, and they're actually organizing more than me currently. Like yesterday, I was out in East Rand. But if you partner with me with an agenda, you're not gonna learn anything, because I understand what is to be done in TBC partnership. Okay. You can see currently, yes, the sales are down. For who? For those who cannot follow some steps. It's not just all about inviting people. Since you have a send button, they must come and partner. You know, there's more involved. Also, not forgetting the distribution that admin has already hinted to us. So there's quite more. Yes, we have millionaires as we speak, and currently we are on a billionaire state. So if you want to do the right thing and see exactly what you're talking about, the decision, it's up to an individual. Who are you partnering with? Because it's not just a partnership. You're gonna have to go through some steps in order to seed. If you quit, to bed, just like many who did quit after the admin has allowed a number of send buttons. But it's not all about telling people that I'm now a trusted seller. All of us, at the end of the day, we are going to be allowed the send buttons. We might be all trusted sellers, but how do you build your relationships? What you are preaching within yourself, are you really that? Are you really trusted to be partnered with? Because of your send button, has been turned on? No, there's a vast gap between the early stakeholders and the current ones. We are not in this private community because of we are stranded or we have no choice. Many of us, no. We are in this community because we understand why, and we also understand how things should be done. So we're not going to divert any mission. We will continue with TBC mission. Now, we have to take chances professionally, of course. And we don't have to be afraid to fail. But as soon as we are afraid to fail, then all these chances will be doomed. Professionally, yes, we have to take chances. And as you can see in our today's heading there, it says, dream big. Dreams without goals are what? Are just dreams. Now, if you get into this community without dreams, of course, you don't have goals, or you never had any goal. You just came in to expect miracles, and then, of course, at the end of the day, you'll become a troublemaker. Then you'll end up seeing this community being not fair, you know, all those kind of negative ideas and etc. So you must always remember that, because if your dreams doesn't have goals, ultimately that will fuel disaster to you, not to some of us who are determined in this mission. So what I will say is that have dreams, but have goals. Personally. Okay? And not just goals, because it has to be daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals, and future goals. You can just tell yourself where do you feature. But I've already mentioned that how can you have these goals, you know? And then in order for you or those to see or achieve these goals, you must be disciplined. But as far as I've studied or done my visibility study within our TBC community, not everyone is disciplined. And then that will be a subject on its own, why I'm saying some are not disciplined. It's a very big discussion. We will discuss about that some other time. Okay. And then I've already explained that in order for you to understand your goals and your visions, you must apply discipline. Thank you. And keep that in mind. If you can ask some of us, like that question was asked during the week, that what is the billion coin exactly? Can someone explain or define the billion coin? We still have a lot of work to do to help people understand exactly what is TBC. Not everyone understands that. Only 7% of this community understand what is the billion coin. Believe you me. In order to achieve what we want, we need consistency within this community. And we have to plan. We don't have to do things. We have to plan under the guidance of TBC admin. But if the admin proposes this, then we plan something else, something that will contradict the plans of TBC admin. That is going to divert our mission completely. We must plan to fail, but never fail to plan. Yes, it's like that. Because if we fail to plan, then we won't even begin to plan at all. Now, when you look around the globe and see all the achievements of other successful people, individuals, I won't say corporations, I'll say individuals, because those corporations are composed of individuals from their visions, ideas, and consistency, you know. They really work on their concepts very smart. They don't just do, they plan. Of course, along the way, they will fail, but they will never fail to plan. I also love a saying of Napoleon Hill from the book, Think Big and Grow Rich. There's a line there. It says, failure, it's an opportunity for one to begin very intelligently. So, my fellows, I don't want to devour everything, but I would love to share this with you. And I can see in the group chat your contributions, your highs, and you really love each other. You are greeting each other, which is a good thing. I love that. Unlike seeing a quiet group, you know. Let me see. Kumar, hi, brother, from India, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Who else? I saw something similar to what Kumar said. Let me see something there. Barbara Madlala from KZN, South Africa. Let's see. Okay, who's else? Pumelela Madlala. Oh, there's Pumelela Madlala, there's Barbara Madlala. I think they're both from KZN. Hi, Stefan, from Pretoria, South Africa. Yeah. So we have 90 days after the commencement of our migration. I hope many of us are ready. And we are also helping others to come on board. That will be a good thing. Because we have to promote the spirit of sharing within this community. You know, when we do that, it's more precious than gold, because we will be giving something out to others out there. But without doing that, it will be us alone. Like when you share with others or do presentations and the workshops, some they will say to you, no, I'm just waiting for the admin to allow us exchange a certain portion of our wealth, and then I will be an example to many. How sure are you about that? Because it will be nice to be an example to many by sharing with them. That is more than gold. Anyway, thanks again, my fellow Tibetians. I don't know, are there any questions, or would you like to share your experiences or testimonies with us? I will allow you. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? I wanted to see what time it is. Anyway, I'll allow you, say, 5 minutes before we go off. Yeah, I think 5 minutes. Yes. Are there any questions, or you'd like to share something with us? Or maybe you want to share with us about gold. You saw the article yesterday, right? And some live stream videos. You can share that with us. Okay, it's quiet in the group. That means we understand everything, like in the classroom. So 5 minutes, we are now 3 minutes away. Say something while I'm still here. Okay, guys. For now, I would say I will still live stream with you later. And thanks everyone for being here. I'm grateful, but I'm also looking forward to join your live streams. And our time is 15:34 p.m. South African time. Same date, of course, the 28th of April, 2018. This live stream broadcast is connected from the Republic of South Africa by Utana Lawrence Maluleke. And thank you again. I'll join you later, and bye.